Okay, okay. So we need to compare those units. And 1 kilogram, sorry, equals 1,000 grams. So the conversion is always 1,000. And another times 1,000, you get to milligrams. And then another 1,000, and you get to micrograms. That means in every section, we have 3 places. Think of it as a table. You can only put 3 numbers into one table. There's no more space. You cannot put 4 numbers in the table because the conversion number is 1,000, which has 3 zeros, so 3 spaces. We start off with 700 micrograms. So we look up, this is kilogram, this is gram, this is milligram, and here we've got microgram. So we put the 700 into the microgram section. We don't need to do anything else here. We want to know if 500 milligrams is bigger than micrograms. In order to do that, we need to check where is the milligram section. Here is the milligram section. So we put in 500. And so we put in our 500. So these are 500 milligrams. But in order to compare those two, because now we have one section here and one section here, we can't compare it. What is bigger? We don't know. In order to compare it, we need to change that, the milligrams, into micrograms. How do you do that? Times 1,000. Times 1,000 is adding 3 zeros. So if 500 times 1,000 is 500,000 micrograms. So 500 milligrams equals 500,000 micrograms. And now we can check what is bigger, 500,000 micrograms or 700. It's 500,000, yes, that is bigger. Yeah, okay. Next one is 0.4 kilo. So this is tricky. Let's imagine, that's easier. Let's imagine that it was 1 kilo. Then we would have in the kilo section 1 here. But we don't, we have a 0.4. So we need to put a 0 here in the kilo section. So 0.4 is 0 point, and then where should we write the next number? We need to write that number in the grams section. So this is already grams. If you think about pounds, it's the same. If I tell you I have 0.5 pounds, then I don't have any pounds, I have only cents. So this is already a different value. It's a different unit. And so this point here tells me, the dot, that we are already in the gram section. So do you remember, we have 3 spaces only. So we can write 400 here, because that is the 4. And so we have 0.4 kilo is the same as 400 grams. 400 grams is nearly half a kilo, 0.5. All right. So that is just to make you aware, like, where we are. And the other section is 450 grams. So we can just write it down here, because here we've got the grams and we have 450 here. So what is larger, 400 grams or 450 grams? 450, yes. Good, yes. Okay. Then we go back into our milligrams again and grams. We have 40 milligrams. Do you remember we have only 3 sections each? So 40 milligrams, we go here, is 40. Write it down here. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, and then we have 0.4 grams. So in the gram section, we have a 0 point. And now this one, we already know is a different unit. We are now in the milligram section. So we're going to write the 4 down. And because we need to fill up the whole space in order to make it a proper number, we have exactly how much is in the milligram section? 400. So 0.4 grams equals 400 milligrams. And now that they're in the same section, you see, once you have them in the same section, you either need to add some zeros here, or you need to add them here. You know, once you're at that line, or that line, or that line, but they need to be all squeezed on one line. Once you have them, you can compare them, because 40 or 400, what's more, is 400. Very good. Okay, in order first to understand what is bigger, you need to bring it to the same unit. If I were to tell you what is bigger, 1 pound or 30 cents, you would also not know, because you would need to change it into the correct unit. For example, if there was pounds here and cents here, again, we only have 2 sections in cents. So we have 30 cents, but you know a pound is 1. So you fill up the sections, you know that 1 pound is bigger than 30 cents. Yeah, that's true. But let's say we had 0.4 or 0.2 pounds, then you would have to change that into 0.2. You see, you do actually the same in your head with the pounds. So that's no difference. That's just, here we have 3 val placeholders. That's the only difference, because the difference between pounds and cents is that you have to time 100. And this is times 1,000. So you have 3 numbers that go into the 1,000 sections. Okay, thank you.